Public comments and concerns. Anybody got anything? Huh?
You'll be under park.
I don't think they can hear you.
Can't hear you back here.
Can't?
Did there.
How'd you know you heard me then?
I did just there.
Okay, public comments and concerns. Anybody got something in the public that got something to say? Nothing? Got anything? Bob? Anybody got anything? Okay. We don't have anybody from the advisory? Yeah, we do. APC? Nothing?
Is that
Nothing?
nothing?
Okay. We don't, where's the building inspector on there?
Because this is a template that I've been using, so it's still there.
Okay. Park board.
We are nominating Alex
This
Visser to the park board, join as a third member. He works in town, or works near town, and has just moved in.
couple years now.
Yeah, so.
So you're wanting us to nominate him for park board member?
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know what the official is.
And how do you spell your last name?
V is in Victor, ISSER.
This Alex.
Sorry.
I'd like to nominate Alex Visser for park board.
Okay.
Just let
All
you,
in favor?
let you, Randy.
Aye. Aye.
Aye.
Okay, opposed? Nobody opposed? You are now a member of the park board.
Appreciate it.
Guys, thanks for your service.
Yes, thank you.
We have to do a little swear-in, Alex.
Yeah.
We have to do a little swear-in, but I didn't know fast enough to get paperwork ready, so all we have to do is you, if one day if Ally's here, just do, I mean, it's like 30 seconds or less.
No problem at all.
So we'll work that out.
Thanks.
Fire department, nobody's here from the fire department.
You're hard to hear today.
And this is the first Monday, so these people don't have to be here on the first meeting.
I know they don't, but sometimes they are. And police department,
Sure, quick, Robbie's last day is the 8th technically. I
okay,
just wondered if I could get the new guy started by Monday night, for his first shift.
Do we have to vote to appoint him?
Well, he's already a reserve. The only thing we have to do is swear him in as a full-time guy.
Is that something that Colleen can do?
What's his name?
Mitchell,
Mitchell
Newton,
Newton?
Does he work for corrections?
did.
we can't do that tonight either, can we?
Can't, not
Swear
swear
in.
him in.
Boy's not here.
I mean, you can't swear him
You've already approved the salary, so
Yeah.
if you just want to make a motion to
Yeah.
accept his nomination.
Sorry. I'll make a motion to accept Frank's nomination for his new employee as Mitchell Newton.
I'll second.
in. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. And when can he come in to? He still has to be sworn in, right?
I can do that anytime with her. I mean,
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Thanks, Frank.
like,
Stormwater, we don't have anything for stormwater.
Me.
You don't have anything? Utilities,
This is the
asphalt patching estimate. At the back of it lists the locations that I identified that covers.
Do you have an extra?
For
Me.
There's quite a few alleys on there that we identified behind the Dollar General, next to Sugar Creek Law, the alley across the street here that runs between Main and Bow, the alley down there by Zoom. They're all currently paved, pretty rough condition. Other than that, you have some random spots throughout town that we identify as needs some attention, and that's all included in there. So the list of the back is in fact what that estimate goes from. That estimate is good for 30 days. I think it's dated the 22nd. The quicker I let them know if we're gonna move forward with it or not, the quicker we get on the list. And then to come in and see us.
Have you checked any of these locations?
I'm the one who did all of them.
But I mean, have you checked them to the Pager rating list?
No,
I was just wondering if any of these fall into. I'd have to look through them too. But
and they might, because that list is pretty big. That one that you gave me,
yeah,
yeah, it's a pretty big list.
yeah.
So
Well-
it surprised me.
Probably like paving wise, 1s and 2s, maybe 3s, depending on how many they have, is probably what we'll end up getting done. So we might want to check, make sure these don't correlate with any of those sections.
Now,
Because,
when are you thinking that the list that you provided me is going to receive attention?
well, it wouldn't be till next year.
Right.
But application and stuff goes in October. So probably awarded in sometime in November. So construction would be next year.
Right. Okay, well, some of these are bad enough, they're gonna require attention regardless, even if it's 4 years' time. But I'll look at it and see if it's gonna crisscross some things. I don't recall there being any alleys on that list. I thought they were all streets.
No, there's no alleys.
Yeah, and you're gonna see a lot of that is alley work.
Okay.
Where are we going to get the money to do this?
Well, I'm gonna have to do some looking to start with because MBH is not gonna have this much money for everything. And I can't sit here and tell you offhand without looking it up. MBH or LRS 1 can do alley. We usually for potholes have about 20,000 appropriated for potholes.
I guess a little more potholes in the Earl.
Well, yeah, because the alleys we're talking about are the entire alley. Now, they might only be half, like behind Dollar General is Pearl Street to the middle crisscross alley. But at Zoom, it's from Plum to Main. So that's the entire alley. A lot of the alleys are alleys where we see complaints about on a fairly regular basis. And we go down sometimes for some of them to throw gravel in. The gravel on a hard surface is gonna last maybe only a couple of weeks. Depending on what kind of rain and traffic you get, it just pushes the ground away. So that's why I pay attention to some of the alleys that are pretty rough. This one across the street here, obviously is right in front of our town hall. That's pretty bad. Right next to the buildings that are ready to redo. That's why I include that. And of course, the one right down here behind Sugar Creek Wall, right next to Town Hall, also very rough. So yeah, it's more than just potholes. I would say the lion's share of that is alleys.
Is the bank alley on here?
Bank alley is on there. Now, I only identified from their generator, actually it's the alley, but just to the north of the bank, the generator to the south entrance to the library. The spot that was right before the window was taken care of. That was a private job done by Hoppers. They've already filled that in. So there are parts of that alley that I did. There's a big pothole in between the overflow parking lot and the library. That's on that list. But it's not the entire alley. But yeah, there are parts of it on.
These spots on 47, front of Stickies and the antique shop.
Yep.
Isn't that the state's?
Okay, well, we cut it, and the state's not gonna come through and redo it. So I asked these guys about it. They said that they're allowed, because it's off the main road, they're allowed to go through there and repair that.
Okay.
Seems like to me that all these need to be done. And there, this is a lot more than potholes because there's, read this, there's quite a bit of stuff to take out. They're cutting down pretty deep in some places to.
I'll have to go back and do some reading on that. But whatever we do here will take money away from doing the community crossings as well. So
Well, we also
I
have
don't know,
money coming in next year for community crossings that we'll have coming in throughout the year,
so
up and until the work's actually done, so.
Why will it take away from community crossings when it's not the same?
because
same
these funds are where the money comes from to pay for the community crossings projects.
Okay.
Earl, we'll try to give you an answer by the next meeting,
Okay.
for sure.
Okay, that's fine.
That would be the 18th.
Okay.
That's not gonna be too late to get it done though, right?
Well, that's within the 30 days, but it's right at the 30 days,
Okay,
Yeah,
which is what they're saying their estimate's good for.
all right.
That is the same company that did our asphalt workforce last year. They did a pretty good job.
Okay.
when you say intersection of Front Street and Church Street, what are you
We're
referring
gonna
to?
have to get 3 bids.
There, where the
It's under
streets
50,000.
meet,
I think that's
there
correct.
is.
We're good just if we want them to do it.
I think so.
So if you're too far over, you're going down into it.
Okay, I didn't know
I
what you
will
meant
double
as
check,
far
but I
as
think we're good.
what you were wanting to do, just,
No, that's just a patch, that's not the entire intersection.
okay.
I think that alleys are the only things that are gonna get a lot of attention as far as side to side and maybe a good amount of distance. Everything else is gonna be a square cut out, a rectangle cut, something like that.
Okay. You got anything else? Earl?
Yeah, one more thing. We're probably gonna start doing some vegetation cutback in the streets. So I'm gonna put some notices up on our site saying, hey, get prepared for this. NDOT shoots for an 18-foot clearance, so that's probably what we're gonna do, overhead. And we'll probably look at about a 10-foot clearance from the side of the road going down the right of way. And as you go around town, some sidewalks need attention too. So we're probably gonna do about a 10-foot overhead clearance on sidewalks unless you want to be any of that different. We're gonna look for signs that have visibility from at least 100 feet away as you approach them. So you're prepared for what the sign says. And there are quite a few signs that are obscured from vegetation. So we're gonna look at these things. I will tell you up front that some people are probably going to say something about some of this stuff, simply because it's gonna require some decent amount of cutting back on some of the trees. But we can't even take some of our trucks down the road without them hitting. We're asking for 11-foot clearance on some of the trucks. We're still getting shrubs, brushes. So even the RVs, we hear from people in RVs all the time. It's got to tear off the air conditioner, and they're right. So I think if we go down through there 18 feet, we've cleared it enough to one meet what NDOT sets for themselves, but also give us enough buffer to allow some growth back the next few years without having to continuously do it. But we'll get as far as we can with what we have. It's gonna take a minute.
Okay. We can refer the complaints to Frank.
Just wrote one, I just wrote an ordinance violation for that just last week.
Okay, is that it, Earl?
That's it.
Thank you. Need approval for the minute, July 21st meeting, approval for the minutes.
I'll make a motion to accept the minutes from July 21st, 2025.
There, second.
I'll say that.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed?
Abstain.
Stay.
Yeah, I wasn't here.
Okay. Motion passes. Okay, court treasurer report.
Okay. Where you get to sign. Okay. The first thing I have on my list, the police department had to buy new tactical vests. That invoice amount, $4,424.60. And we currently have paid for that out of the police portion of the public safety lit money. So I did that just to go ahead and get it paid and get it taken care of. But I am asking and wondering if we want to actually take that out of that $100,000 that we have built up on the savings side. So you guys want to make a motion and vote on that, and I can make that switch.
I'll make a motion to pay that, tactical vest invoice from the town portion, $100,000 savings.
Do I hear a second?
I'll second.
All in favor? Aye. Opposed? Passes.
All right. I will change that in the bookkeeping. Okay. All right. In all of your stuff that I sent you, there was an invoice in there for TM Wells. And I think I've ended up and not put a copy in here for myself. Oh, there it is. For $3,800. So as he's been doing the asset inventory on the original contract that we signed, there was a clause in there that he would take care of that asset inventory each year at a cost that would not be more than $4,000. And that he would provide information for that. So for him to do the update for 2024, the original contract was to take us through 2023. So to do 2024, it's $3,800. And I wanted approval before I ever paid that. And then in 2025, he will go through the records for anything's purchased, et cetera, and then he will update it again. When and I don't know, there's some of the older stuff that he may have to keep changing, because he has to go through and figure depreciation on a lot of the different equipments and things. I don't know how many trips he's made to the courthouse where whenever we have received land, whether we purchased it or it was donated or whatever, he's had to go back and get whatever information he needed from there. And I don't know how many trips he's made down here to go through boxes. It's quite the ordeal.
You didn't send us a invoice, though.
I did not have it in there because I had everything all together.
I don't see it in our papers.
I don't know.
I'm looking at your email, you got your document, agenda, minutes on that one. One 4 days ago was
So there was
financial.
like anything I scan, it scans to the email and then I send that as a forward. There should have been paperwork scanned in there,
Let's see it.
but it's just simply for the,
When did we contract with him to do that?
I'd have to go in there and pull out the contract to tell you when it was signed. It's been a while because he's been working on it for over a year. You want me to go pull it?
Well, he was working on it last year.
He's been working on it for over a year.
Yeah, so why wouldn't he have gone through 24 anyway if he was working on it last year?
Because that's not the contract that was signed.
Okay.
It was signed to go through 2023, and each year after there would be an additional charge. And it's something we have to do by statute. We don't have a choice. But do you want me to go pull that?
By statute, we have to update it every year.
This stuff has to be current, yes.
For some of your grant applications, that has to be current, yeah.
So yeah, the $3,800 is that for 23?
2024,
So that's for last year.
yes. Everything up through 2023 to just get it all together. That was one big cost of like $21,000 that we paid in installments.
Okay, is it 3,800 for the year?
38,
That's
yes.
not an installment, that's for the
No,
year.
that's the whole thing.
So for 2025, it's gonna be $3,800.
I don't know that.
Likely around that, yes.
Say again?
I would think around
What the contract says, but
Yeah.
less than 4,000.
less, not to exceed 4,000.
Yeah, according to the contract, it's not to exceed 4,000.
So it could be less than 38. It could be 39. It just has to be under 4.
So what he does is they use a national cost rating service for buildings and other things. And so every year, if that cost rating comes out with a different number, he has to go back in and reapply those numbers to the physical characteristics of the facilities. Then also, like she said, they have to take the depreciation of things that are aging and then add in the new and put it on a new depreciation schedule. So that's why it takes so much work to do it every year.
Okay, so what's the 3,800 come out of?
It comes out of the general fund, other services.
So you need a motion to pay this.
I would like to.
I would make a motion to pay the $3,800 for the 2024 asset inventory.
Do I hear a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Motion passes.
Alrighty, I'll get him taken care of. Okay, next on my list, the ancient clock is retiring with me. It's done. So my question is, do you want it replaced? If you want it replaced, do you want an electric clock or a battery clock?
Can you do one of those digital clocks that you see in most places, you know, with the not just red?
You want what?
Like it's just a basic digital red, black face with red numbers, like most places have, like a school clock.
Now, another part of this situation up here, I cannot get that clock pried away from the wall. So I don't know if that means anytime this was painted in here, it's been sealed to the wall. I have no idea. So I don't know what we're going to see in behind there. We have paint this color in the basement, but yeah, we'll have to figure it
How
out.
about we just leave it for an artifact?
I don't care. If you want to leave it, we can leave it and find something else to hang on the wall if you want a clock in here. So, your decision, not mine.
What did you say you
Just
thought?
like a regular digital clock that, I mean, they probably can buy them at any, here's what I'll do. I'll research this and have options for you.
Well,
Okay.
you can find a clock that's relatively inexpensive that keeps on the national time out in Colorado and put up there, which I think would be better, because then you don't ever have to wind it. Or put batteries in or whatever.
I will come with 3 options for us to choose from, or just that basic, like you said.
All right.
All righty. Thank you. Okay, I had a note on here about if we wanted more discussion on the 2026 budget. Jeff, were you going to say much about that this evening?
Willing to answer any questions you guys might have about what Jared sent out today. We did make good progress in the budget hearing, or budget meeting we had. We're on the right track. There's some things that we can still look at to help strengthen that general fund budget. We can make those decisions either for this budget cycle, or we can put it into the next budget cycle. Amy did contact me at the end of the day today, and we're gonna set up a meeting to talk about setting up the residential tip, get that process started. As you can see, you're still bit whole, so whatever we can do to cut expenses or to shift some of these expenses to other possibilities, better off we're gonna be. One of the things that is not included in this that we have to keep in mind is we took the building inspector out, but we have not built in an amount for a contract. And we still haven't got details on that contract yet. So as I get those details, they should be this week. I'll share those with everybody so you can see what we can expect for that. We'll have to put in an amount in the budget for that. But we have some options there too. But I'm happy to answer any questions. But, Jared's not here and he's much smarter than I am on this stuff, but I will do my best.
Okay, anybody got anything?
Okay. I'm not done.
Hmm?
I'm not done.
You're not done?
No, I've got a whole sticky note today. Okay, so one of the other things I wanted to share is I did deposit a check for 9,000 plus some odd because we did overpay on the fire insurance. So I did get that check back. So we're all set there. Allie started coming in this morning and working. Up until 1:15, when we finally got to leave for lunch, we had 9 people that come in here wanting something this morning. So we didn't get very far. But first thing, oh, she did. First thing we worked on was processing the receipts and how all of that works, and that will continue tomorrow. My goals, first and foremost, is to have her understand the Keystone bookkeeping system and what all has to be done. So we've got the bookkeeping, the governmental aspect of the bookkeeping, State Board of Accounts, and different things about statute. So those are the main points that we're going to be hitting. So that's it.
Okay. Where are the CBS engineer contracts?
They are,
Is that all of us have signed?
yes. Let me put that signature page on the top.
Okay, while you're doing that, Jeff, have you read this, service agreement?
I have, the language that's in it now seems reasonable. It says we're gonna make our best effort to meet those timeframes. But there again, as we talk, there's very little discussion of remedy in here if something doesn't happen. So I'm not sure. This is more of a gentleman's agreement, I think. And I think that's what we would want to consider it as. We're doing everything we can to keep the timeline.
But there's nothing said in there about what happens if we don't.
So it just talks about, that's what the expectation is.
Okay, I haven't had a chance. Did you read it, Bruce? I've read the top page, but I haven't read the rest.
Paragraph, number 5 is the one you want to look at, the language is back and forth on.
Water treatment plant,
Mm-hmm.
Well, it's, yeah.
is that what you're talking about?
Yeah.
Well, I noticed in there too, it said that they were supposed to make a payment July the 1st.
That was pending the agreement being signed. Is what I
Okay,
understand.
so they haven't made a payment yet, right?
No, because this contract has not been signed.
So we sign this and then make a payment.
And then they'll make a payment.
Okay.
So, here you- Yeah.
Hey, Rob, while we're looking at this, what do you know about Ivan's old building? You got anything you can share with us?
I'm staying out. I'm staying out of it. Just go look at it.
Well, I have on the outside. It's not very close to being presentable.
All the signs are gonna come back off. Not even hooked on one. The guy that he hired, he fired, a lot of it's not even hooked. So Brian's gonna do it himself, he said. So you know how that's gonna work. But I'm staying out there, because I'm friends with Brian, I'm friends with you guys, it's kind of a touchy situation with me.
Well,
The building
it's,
inspector, the only, I'm gonna say the building inspector should have been in there looking at it.
yeah, I respect your thoughts, but it's for the town. You live in the town, so the whole thing was to have a presentable building or tear it down, one of the two. He's elected not to tear it down, so.
Yeah, I mean, it's,
We've done things about buildings in the past with the Pizza King building. So. Can't we send somebody over there to look at it?
It doesn't take long to look at it, I can tell you that.
So I'm trying to recall the process that we went through with that building. The pizza.
We
What
had,
is now.
we had Deborah Lazier come and look at it, and I think she even had somebody else with her
well, if it's a
for the
that's
building
dangerous-
uptown.
If it's a building that's dangerous, can't the state come in? And you did on the one up here. You guys are not thinking it's solid enough. You had the state come in on the spit building, didn't you? I mean, it's-
And we, with Abby Lee's building, we put pressure on her to have that repaired
Right.
but at the time we had the part-time building inspector and we kind of went through the steps of that. So,
I can add that to my list of things to talk to Amy about.
because we've done it before.
He's not gonna do that. I guarantee you that.
I mean, I have had, and I should have had that on my note, I have had to submit a building permit application into the county to get it approved. We've got a resident over on Bow Street. They're wanting to go ahead and add on a new build to the back of the house, tear down the whole front, get rid of the foundation, and then do a new build to replace on all of that. And, I mean, I can't issue a permit in here and tell them that, yes, they can do all that, because I don't have a clue. So Kirby Britton is going to look at it.
I think as long as they leave a wall standing, they can do it. If they leave an old wall standing, I think they can build around it.
That usually generally only applies in historic districts, or if you're trying to qualify it as an older home for taxes. But if they can remove the house and build it as a new one.
I know you can leave a wall built
Yeah.
around it.
Yeah,
And it didn't just historic get it done. I know where it was done, because I got a friend of mine that did it.
Yeah.
And it wasn't far from historic.
yeah, then it
Yeah, it's
qualifies
called
under
a remodel.
Yeah.
He said wall, it's a remodel.
Right.
Yeah.
But anyway, that's not what we're talking about. We're talking about the building up on the corner.
So.
And I got things started with that because I talked to Gina, not Brian won't, he wouldn't answer the phone if he stuck it, you know where, but I talked to his wife. And I told her that we could fit $1,200 a day fine on him. And that's when all this got started, then the next day. And then we haven't pursued it any farther than that.
Well, I think we need to go back to Amy and see what our process was when we did, because we were very productive on the now Pizza King building. If we can go through those steps again.
Well, I guarantee you, he doesn't want to pay $1,200 a day for being in problem with that. I agree that we ought to talk to him.
Yeah. Because we got it done. So, and we're gonna learn every time we do it, so there's probably something we can do differently this time that, you know, that's a gift.
Okay. So you're gonna talk to her about that? Yeah. Okay, the Arbor agreement. We need,
Okay, you need to sign these first. These are the CDS
oh,
with Dan Cutshaw and, you all wanted everybody to sign, not just the council president. So Nathan fixed up that page and I replaced it in the contract.
why would they have me sign two places? It doesn't make sense.
While you guys are signing, I actually have a correction on the July 21st minutes. The first paragraph where I've typed in, the meeting opened directly to the public hearing regarding the closing of an alley located at 522 West Bow Street. Marcellus Johnson, MC, should be MS Consulting for starters, who works with the APC, advised this alley has never been maintained by the town or used as an alleyway. Said alley actually runs through the, and I didn't finish the sentence. It actually runs through the trailer park and trailers. So somewhere along the line, I either didn't finish the sentence or I cut it off before I got finished. So when we do the minutes, we will note that correction on the minutes.
We can just make a motion and let you correct it, then. Because we already approved the
Because we
minutes.
approved them, yeah.
Everybody sign?
Yeah.
Yeah, I make a motion to let Corinne finish the minutes the way they are supposed to be, the same minutes we already approved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Well, one of these is for their services and the other one is for the water project.
I'm not supposed to sign clerk at the top.
Individual signature. So the first one you signed is for the engineering services, and the one coming around now would be the water project.
What their board said, no.
So sometimes we have to fill out on these contracts that leave it open until everything here is approved, so we have to go in and put that down.
That,
Okay. Good.
that payment we passed for the asset inventory, that takes care of this number 3 down here.
Yes.
This water and electricity service agreement, when do you think, have we already voted on that or no? I was just,
You put it on hold last time because it didn't have all the signature lines.
No, that
Is that
was,
right?
that was on the
that was.
Dan Cutshall stuff.
Oh, okay.
This is just one,
Oh, you're talking about this agreement with Arbor?
Yeah,
Yeah, this,
You have not voted on the final version of it.
it's one of those things that has been going back and forth between them and Amy for quite some time. This is actually about the fourth copy that we've had. I have shredded everything else now because there were different things going on in here that, you know, somebody didn't agree with what this said, and like in that paragraph number 5, Max wasn't happy because they had a particular date in there saying that we were supposed to have the water plant done, and we didn't like that. So they and Amy have worked back and forth. And the best I can tell, everything that's been discussed all the time is now all compiled into one.
So you need the motion to accept this agreement.
Correct.
well,
If you guys agree. I was hoping Max would be here, but he's not.
I think the paragraph 5 is the one that says, it just says that we agree to complete that water treatment plant around the time that they're ready for phase 2. But there's nothing in here about any penalties for not completing any of it.
Correct. Well, there is for cancellation or postponement by the developer. We don't have any. And it's number 9, the defaults and remedies, they don't, there's still, but if they cancel, they agree to reimburse the town for all costs expended or obligated at the time the developer gives the town, or gives the town written notice. But it doesn't hold us responsible to any timeline other than at or near the time of completion of section 1.
So we need to make a motion to accept this.
I'll make,
No, you don't.
I will make a motion to accept the water and electricity service agreement for West Small Place.
I hear a second.
I'll second.
All in favor?
uh,
Aye. Motion carries. This has got a signature page on it. Was that just for me or is that for?
Let me look here. Let me add this date to the front here.
It says Thorntown.
This is the 4th day of August. And yes, only you need to sign it. So we probably need to do a motion and a second allowing council president to be the one to sign this.
I make a motion to allow Dave Walensky to sign for proposal or the agreement.
I hear a second.
I'll second.
All in favor?
uh,
Motion carries.
Was that Gary on the second? Oh, you signed it on the spot. It's down here. That was for Clayton Properties.
Move that down up there, not down here. Okay.
Alright. Okay.
On the vacating that alley, we have to, what is it we have to do?
So you all, I believe, agreed the last time that yes, you would like to vacate that alley. So Amy had to type an ordinance, so we actually need to go through the ordinance process. So if you like, I will read the ordinance.
Either way.
Ordinance 2025-3, an ordinance vacating alley in the town of Thorntown, Indiana. Whereas the Town Council of Thorntown, Indiana, Town Council has received a petition to vacate a certain alley inside the Cox Addition within the town of Thorntown that lies between lots 2 and 3, which was originally recorded on the September 30th, 1863, and can be located in Plat Book 2 on page 39 in the Boone County, Indiana Recorder's Office. Described on mentioned plat as 1 rod wide and 9 rods long, and further described as follows. Beginning at the northeast corner of Lot 3, thence south 88 degrees, 48 minutes, 59 seconds, east 16.5 feet to the northwest corner of Lot 2. Thence south following the west line of Lot 2, 148.5 feet to the southwest corner of said lot, and also being on the north line of Bow Street. Thence north 88 degrees, 48 minutes, 59 seconds west, 16.5 feet along the north side of said street to the southeast corner of Lot 3. Thence north following the east side of Lot 3, 148.5 feet to the northeast corner of said lot, and the point of beginning, in parentheses, a vacation area. Whereas a copy of the petition submitted is hereto attached, incorporated herein, and marked as Exhibit 1. And whereas a public hearing on this matter has been held on July 21st, 2025, consistent with and pursuant to the Indiana Code 36-7-3-12, and notice of the public hearing was duly published in the newspaper. The petitioner was the only abutting landowner of the vacation area, and no additional notice by certified mail needed to be sent. And whereas the town council hereby finds that the vacation would not hinder the growth or orderly development of the town of Thorntown or neighborhood in which it is located or which it is contiguous, the vacation would not make access to surrounding lands by means of a public way difficult or inconvenient. The vacation would not hinder the public's access to a church, school, or other public building or place, and the vacation would not hinder the use of a public way by the neighborhood in which it is located or to which it is contiguous. Be it ordained by the Town Council of the Town of Thorntown, Indiana, as follows. The Town Council of the Town of Thorntown hereby determines the following. A, vacation of the proposed vacation area will not hinder the growth of orderly development of the town of Thorntown or neighborhood in which the vacation area is located or to which the vacation area is contiguous. And B, vacating the proposed vacation area does not make access to the lands of any person by means of public way difficult or inconvenient. And vacating the proposed vacation area would not hinder the use of a public way nor hinder the public's access to a church, school, or other public building or place. 2, the vacation area, specifically described above, located within the town of Thorntown municipal boundaries is hereby vacated. This ordinance shall be in full force and effect upon the adoption. The town clerk treasurer shall cause a copy of this ordinance to be filed with the Boone County recorder and the Boone County auditor. And yes, a petition doodad is attached. All of which is ordained by the town council of the town of Thorntown, Indiana, this 4th day of August, 2025. There you go.
So we need to
Is
make
this,
a motion to accept that.
is this something that we have
I
to
thought we already
vote
did.
to waive
Yes.
a second
Every
reading?
ordinance gotta have 2 readings unless
That's what I
you
thought.
suspend the rules.
We need to make a motion to waive the second reading.
I make a motion to suspend the rules and second reading ordinance 2025-3.
Do I hear a second? Second. All in favor?
Aye.
Who was a second?
Opposed?
Randy.
Randy's a second. Do we need to make a motion to?
I make
accept
a
it?
motion to have ordinance 2025-3 vacating alleyway located at 522 West Bow Street.
Do I hear a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passes.
All righty, and everybody gets to sign.
Okay, now we need a proposal from you.
Mm-hmm. I'll let you read it.
Okay, I would like to submit a proposal to be available to train the court treasurer if she needs from September 1st, 2025 to December 31st, 2025. I would prefer to be named as a part-time employee for a fee of $30 per hour. Signed by Green Gray. Discussion.
If we would do that, we'd have to change the salary ordinance.
It's what we did for Gary down at the utilities,
Right.
only a lot cheaper.
Is this at the discretion of Ally, essentially? Like, it would be what she determines is appropriate?
That's fine by me. Is that fine by you?
That works.
Are you wanting like so just like a PRN as needed? Yeah. Is this like if she has a phone call, time physically in the office doing training, or I just want to make sure we have.
If she needs me to come up here and help understand,
Do you have like a minimum amount of time that you want to be in here when you do come in? Would you want to set that?
no, whatever she needs.
Because you don't want to just come up with like 15-minute. Let me show you how to do this kind of thing.
It depends on what it is. If that's what she needs, then yes, I will come. I want to do what is going to make her comfortable And she doesn't have to go through a lot of the stuff that I did when I came,
Sure.
because there's enough the way it is anyway.
I mean, I don't have a problem. I know there are other resources that she may need that we can also look into, like, that maybe she's gonna do things differently than you do, but I think it's important to be able to have that resource for Emily. At her discretion too. So I'm fine with it. So I make a motion to accept the Corinne's proposal for the $30 an hour from September 1st to, was it December
December 31st.
2025?
Do I hear a second?
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passes.
So we will have to contact them to get the salary ordinance changed.
I say I typed the salary ordinance, so we'll fix it.
It will be good practice.
Yep.
You don't need a signature page on this?
No, that'll be filed in the employee drawer in there, where all the employee files are kept. Okay. I'm at the bottom of my folder.
Okay, we did number 3, we did it already. Okay. We got anything?
No.
We want to make a motion to end the meeting.
I got one thing real quick.
Never
If
mind.
anybody,
So never mind, go ahead.
if anybody has noticed, there's 4 of the flag drawings have been submitted up here if you want to see them. And you can vote for them at the library. That's for our town flag. That's it.
If I could just add one quick thing.
Yeah, I'm sorry, I forgot to.
You're fine. I took all the building permits for 25 back home with me, and I've been starting an analysis of those. And I've created a spreadsheet. I'm gonna send it out to all you so you can see what it looks like. But there was some missing information, so I'm gonna try to get those gaps filled in before I send it out. I think part of it is people come in and drop those off, and they don't fill out the application completely, and then they're just kind of handed off, and there's, so I think we just need to maybe figure out as we go forward a little bit better process to make that work. And then I'll try to follow up on as many of those as I can to find out if there was inspections finalized on them.
Okay,
There was not a lot. I think it was 25.
I think something like that.
Yeah, so it's not a lot.
I know, and I don't remember, so we got a building permit because we put a roof over our deck. But evidently we weren't required to have a permit, so we didn't have to pay a fee because there's no fee for it. But I know Ben did give us a little paper to put in the window. I don't remember if it has a number assigned to it.
So we've been talking a little bit about what can we do to add some steps to help keep track of everything.
okay. Anybody have anything out?
So we don't have a building inspector at all right now?
That's correct.
We don't have that position. We can get buildings inspected though. We do
Who's
have.
inspecting?
I'll let Jeff know.
Yeah, currently we're working with Kirby Britton up at Thorntown County. that come out and do inspections for us. We're working on a contract to see if that'll be more permanent, but we're not sure yet. If they can't do it, then we have to put it aside and inspect it.
I just wondering how they were still going on here, if we didn't have inspectors.
Kirby's been doing some for us, just on the one-off basis.
Okay, anybody else have anything? You done, Jeff?
I'm done.
Do I hear a motion to,
I make a motion to adjourn at 8:11.
do I hear a second?
Second.
All in favor? Aye. Opposed? Nobody wants to stay longer?
Rob, I have a question for you. Yes.